Hey subscribers for Gaited Horsemanship YouTube. I have a quick little video for you guys to watch to help you with your horse. And it's all about the shoulders. That's why we're using this point of view, because it's actually like you're riding. And how, for our gaited horses, how important those shoulders are. You know, these shoulders right here, it's not the head and the neck, it's all about these shoulders and keeping that horse connected, so that way we can create a better gait from our horses. That engagement from behind is not lost when a horse breaks his neck. And two, for us as trail riders, how important are those shoulders for steering and control? And so I really want to talk to you just real quickly about that. So you can see she's watching this horse is watching the dog. But I want you to think of the shoulders like my pinky and my thumb. Now, as we walk, we're going to see those shoulders, and I'm going to try to describe as I ride. And the reason I'm using them like this, because I can hold the reins. Now, a lot of what comes from is our body, and I'll try to show some more videos on that. But I really today just want to talk about those shoulders and the head and the neck, and when we turn, and how that is so important when we ride. So as I walk off, what I want you to notice, I'm going to do it correct first, is I'm going to try to point the camera down and a little bit up, so you can see the head and the neck and how the shoulders are related. As we walk, I want you to notice how those shoulders turn and how little of a bend we actually have. So we're going to ride forward, and I need to shorten this just a little bit. But as we turn, look at her shoulders and look at the head and the neck bend. I'm doing a very small circle, but her shoulders are turning as we turn. Now you can see they turned right out that gate. So I really want you to notice how the shoulders turn. So now as we come, you can see they're nicely tilted to the left. You can see her head and neck is tilted to the left. Now I'm going to change that bend. Now I want you to watch her shoulders. Notice how those shoulders turn. You know, they're clearly turned to the right. She's clearly bent to the right. She needs a little bit more forward, but everything is nicely turned. So now we're going to change. Look at that, those shoulders. Look how that outside shoulder is reaching forward to create that bend. Now watch, I'm going to change that bend. Watch how this shoulder now extends, so that way she can take a left bend. Now I want you to notice, I'm going to do it wrong. We're going to come through the middle. I'm actually going to shorten the reins, because I'm going to make her do it wrong. Sorry if I get anybody a little bit motion sickness. Is now I'm gonna do what a lot of people do, is they're gonna overbend the horse at the base of the neck. And we're still gonna turn to the right. Now, one thing, did you notice how she really slowed down? And now look at those shoulders. They're headed right toward that mounting block. They're not going into the turn. They're actually headed out. So one of the things I can show you is watch her, or her shoulders headed toward that gate. How many times have you guys seen riders do this? They pull the head and the neck to the right, but look at where the horse is going. The horse is headed straight out. The shoulders aren't bent, they're leaking out. So where's all that energy that comes from behind to help us with gaiting? It's headed in that direction, right out of the arena. Now watch, here's her head and neck. Now watch, I'm gonna change the angles of those shoulders, and I'm gonna take some of that bend out and turn her shoulders. Now, there's gonna be a couple things you're gonna notice. One, we're gonna gain some forwardness out of her. And look, there's not as much bend. And now do you notice we never even got close to the gate? She didn't even think about that gate. She went right toward it. So look at those shoulders. Look at her head and neck bend. When she overbends, look at where the shoulders are going. That's where the horse is going. Not where the head and the neck are, but where those shoulders are going. So now I'm going to turn. I'm going to change to a left bend. Now I'm changing that with my seat. And now watch that this outside shoulder head that way. And look at the beautiful bend she gives me in her neck. Now look at that inside rein. Anybody notice what that inside rein looks like? It's completely loose. I don't need that inside rein in order to create the bend. What I need is that shoulder to really extend forward, and her barrel and my seat help her with that bend. Now I remind her with that inside rein to stay in that bend if I need to, but really it's all about those shoulders, and where are the direction of those shoulders going tells me where the horse is going. Now, how does this affect gait, you guys? Is when that energy comes through and goes all the way to that bridle, it's really coming through. If she breaks at the base of the neck, like I'm going to overbend her, hopefully she won't move. I'm going to overbend her head and neck. So she's bent to the left. Everybody's going to say she's bent to the left, but her shoulders are still headed straight. So the energy is going to stop right here. Why is this so important in gaiting? Is because if your horse paces, let's say, I can almost guarantee you somewhere in this section of the horse, there's a huge brace. And when you overbend that horse's head and neck, that brace, you know, stops all that energy, and then you get pace. The better I can get my horse connected all the way through to that bridle, the better the horse gaits, because the energy is flowing all the way through the spine, regaining, and then going through all of the spine. So there's a circulation of that energy and looseness. And looseness is what helps with gait. You know, letting that energy flow through, lifting the back, creating a better posture. Anyways, I hope this helps. I know it's not the best video ever, but at least I want you guys to think of what those shoulders are doing. Are they turning? Or is just the head and the neck breaking at the base and just, you know, all that energy getting lost? All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Happy trails.